Call.
Thoralf, you claim to know rules, right?
Yeah.
You're a level 1 judge. Was. Oh, how did you get disbarred? Was there a big controversy? Did you do something wrong? Well, today we'll find out how well you can spot.
If it's justified.
Let's find out if you're justified to be kicked off.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna run you through 3 games. We're gonna take game actions. I'm gonna dictate your game actions. You don't even have to think about what the correct play is because you'll usually do the wrong one.
Good. Oh, okay.
But the point is, there'll be at some point during our game, during our turn, that we will break the rules. We will do something that is not.
We're naughty.
We are. And when that happens, I would like you to call judge.
Yes.
The rules are, in the normal world, feel free to always call a judge if you're not sure how the rules apply. Judges are there for that, and they're there to keep the game healthy. So if ever you're not sure how something applies, please call judges as much as you want. But in this case, you die if you do it more than once.
Oh, wow. That's
Right?
rough.
You have 1 judge call, and if you get it wrong, you lose.
Per game.
Per game.
Okay.
You have 1 judge. There's only 1 rules infraction.
Okay.
And if by the end of that turn, so I begin my turn, I lightning bolt something that has hexproof, and you don't call the judge, at the end of that turn, you also die. This is the tough game.
Yeah, okay.
So you have to spot the rules infraction. Whenever it happens, you call judge, you explain to me what the infraction is.
Okay.
You ready?
You ready?
All right, let's do scenario 1. Before we get into it though, we tried this before. A lot of you guys subbed, which showed us that you like this kind of content. So if you do enjoy this, and you aren't subbed yet, if you click that sub button, this encourages us to do more. That's how you vote for what you like to do, and it's how you help us grow as a channel. And it costs you nothing, and it warms up our hearts and souls.
Yes.
So please, if you aren't subbed, please do so. But let's go, game number 1.
All right.
Thoralf, draw your hand.
I'm looking at my hand.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm going to dictate your turns.
Wait, you know my hand?
Thoralf, I know everything. I am God here. I will play, this is the Matrix. I will play Tap Driving Ravine.
Okay.
And I'll pass it to you. You get to draw.
Ooh,
this is a real game. You will play a Nutrient Peatland.
Oh, very good.
And you will tap it
Yes.
to add a green.
Yes. I'll lose a life.
You'll lose 1 life. 19. You use that green to play Gilded Goose.
Yes.
You'll get a food.
That is true.
Would you like to read Gilded Goose?
1G. So, flying. O2. When Gilded Goose enters the battlefield, create a food token. A food token is for 2 mana sec, 3 life. For 1 in green tapping, I create a food token. For sacrificing a food and tapping the goose, I'll get a mana of any color.
You pass a turn. Are there any rules infractions so far?
No, all good.
Okay. I'll untap. I'll draw. I will play a Spiral of Canal. Enters untapped.
That is
Can tap for a blue or a red. And I will use it, and the Raging Ravine, to play Collector Oof.
Yep.
Collector Oof is a 2 mana Oof. It's a 2/2, and activated abilities of artifacts can't be activated.
All right. So far, I accept everything.
All the rules are being abided.
Yeah.
Todd, you're going to play Forest.
I will play a forest.
You will tap it and the Nurturing Peatland for green.
Okay. I lose a life.
You go to 18. I'm winning. Now please tap the Gilded Goose, sacrificing the food to generate a green.
Yes, I accept. This goes away.
Yes. And you will play Course of Crucifix. I'm surprised. I thought I'd get you with the Collector Oof, where you think you can't sacrifice the artifact.
No.
Very clever. What happens when you have Course of Crucifix in play?
I reveal the top card of my library, which is a forest.
Do you feel like calling a judge?
No.
Yeah, no? All right, I'm gonna draw. I'll play a Fiery Islet, and I'll pay 2 for a Sylvian Keratin.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn to you.
Okay.
Untap.
I untap. I draw.
You draw your forest. Play the Breeding Pool from the top of your library.
Yes.
All right. So now
I'll just wait for you to tell me what happens. Yes.
So Breeding Pool has when you play it, you have to choose if it comes into play untapped or not. You would like to gain 1 life before, but you cannot.
That is true.
And you'd like to look at the top card of your library to see whether this comes into play or not, but you cannot know what the top card of your library is yet. So you choose to pay 2 life.
Well, I'm not actually. I feel like you don't know. So yes, now it's untapped.
You take 2 damage.
I go to 16.
You go to 16, and then there's a trigger.
Yes, but now I do know.
Now you can look at the top card of your library.
Yes, this is what I agree upon. Okay.
It's a Dryad Arbor.
Yes.
Which is a land creature, Forest Dryad.
Now I go to 17.
You gain 1 life.
Okay.
I would like you to play a Dryad of the Elysian Grove from your hand. You go to 16.
And I play a Dryad.
Yes.
Okay.
What does Dryad do?
Dryad of the Elysian Growth. Enchantment creature, 2/4 for 2 in the green. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Lands you control are every basic land type.
I'd like you to play the Dryad Arbor from the top of your library.
I absolutely agree. I have a Dryad Arbor.
You may reveal the top card of your library.
I would like to gain a life as well.
Yes, you gain 1 life. 17.
Yeah. 17. Okay.
I'll untap.
I survived
Would you
the
like to
turn.
call a judge for anything?
No. I
Okay,
think
it was the last chance.
Oh, this is the turn where I thought I had you.
Ah, yeah, I remember.
Actually, so the thing is, because it's not an enter the battlefield effect, and you called it out, you said the words, Breeding Pool is at the top of your library while you make the decision.
Yeah, technically, yes. It's like somehow not in play, but in play. It's like, it's really weird. As abilities, like with cloning also are weird.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I'll draw. I'll play a mountain.
Yes.
I'll pass the turn. Easy turn.
Okay.
Untap.
I untap. So I draw a mountain, and then I reveal, a Chain Lightning. Cool.
Okay.
Yes.
You will pay 2, tapping Dryad Arbor in the forest. You will play a Phyrexian Revoker.
It resolves.
Naming Dual Caster Mage.
Abilities activated of that chosen card can't be activated. Otherwise, it's just a 2/1.
Now you will play a Pithing Needle from your hand.
Right. This is like keeping track of all of this happens. Yes, I play a Pithing Needle.
What does Pithing Needle read?
It says you rename a card, and then activated of the named card can't be played unless they're mana abilities. So the difference is with Phyrexian Roker, you can name mana abilities.
As it enters the battlefield, you'll name Double Major.
Double Major.
Well named. End of your turn.
Okay.
I'm going to tap Sylvan Carrington, a mountain, and a Sparkbuff Canal, and play Dual Caster Mage. How bold am I after you've named it? When it's on the stack,
Yeah.
I'm going to take 1. I'll cast Double Major. So, Dual Caster Mage is a 2/2 flash. When Dual Caster Mage enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Double Major is an instant. As I cast it, I copy target creature spell. It has to be on the stack. Except it isn't legendary if the spell is legendary. I will copy the Dual Caster Mage.
I agree.
Dual Caster Mage will enter and copy Double Major.
Judge!
What are you calling the judge for?
So what basically happens is you have the Dual Caster Mage on the stack. The Double Major says, I want to create a copy, which is a second Dual Caster Mage on the stack.
Okay.
While this happened, the card resolves and goes to your graveyard. Good back. So now the copy resolves, the fake Fook token, and there's nothing more on this thing.
You got it. All right, that was the rules violation. You spot it. You're currently 1 for 1. We're doing 3 of these.
I'm looking through like all the other things. It's like my lands and subtypes and the Dryad Arbor.
You do well because it's gonna come up in the next one.
Okay, very good.
Let's go.
So I thought I was about to make 1,000 tokens there. You called a judge on me. Apparently, this is quite a common interaction where a lot of people do believe that this works as a 2-card combo.
This one, unfortunately, has to see the spell on the stack, and then once it resolves, it's no longer on the stack, so the next Dual Caster Mage doesn't see the spell upon ETB,
so they probably think like, oh, there's a card that costs blue and green, and also does something with copying and doing additional.
So, it has to be a
It's probably
combo.
the same, it works.
It's not. Let's get into the next one.
Yeah. I'm already terrified. Yes.
I'm gonna play Botanical Sanctum. I won't do anything with it. I'll pass to you.
I'll draw.
Okay. Would you like to play a Volcanic Island? Yes, we stunned here.
I play a Volcanic Island.
I will play a Hollow Fountain, taking 2, and play a Imposing Sovereign.
Oh yeah.
It's a human, it's a 2/1, and creatures your opponent control enter the battlefield tapped.
Only mine.
Only yours.
Alright.
So you may draw a card.
Alright, I'll draw for turn.
You're not gonna do much, you're just gonna play Mutavault. It enters untapped.
That is correct.
And you'll pass the turn to me.
I will. Why? Why? Okay.
I told you, you're not necessarily playing the correct play.
Okay.
I will draw.
Yes.
I'm gonna play this Plains. I'm gonna play a Spirit of the Labyrinth. It's a 2-mana enchantment creature spirit, and each player can't draw more than 1 card each turn. I'll also play a Burntone Forge Tender. It's a 1/1 Kithkin wizard. It has protection from red, and if I sacrifice it, I prevent all damage a red source of your choice would deal this turn. I'm gonna attack you with the Imposing Sovereign. You're not gonna block. You'll take 2.
18.
I'll pass the turn. At the end of my turn, you'll use the Bone Crusher Giant in your hand to cast Stomp on the Spirit of the Labyrinth. I don't like that though. I have a Burrington Forge Tender. It says I'll sacrifice it to prevent all damage a red source would deal to the Spirit of the Labyrinth.
I mean,
Spirit of the Labyrinth dies.
because, like, okay. This
Stomp
resolves.
goes on an adventure.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
I agree.
You draw.
I don't. I only know this because I actually won my first PTQ with that exact interaction.
Really?
Yeah, because I was playing elves, and that splashed the Burden Forge Tender against like zoo decks, and I needed to get rid of it without there being any source because it would have killed me, and then I could sacrifice it with no source.
You'll play an island and a Fable of the Mirror Breaker.
Saga, create a 2/2 red goblin shaman creature token with when this attacks you get a treasure token. Chapter 2, you may discard up to 2 cards. If you do, draw that many cards. Chapter 3, exile the saga, return the battlefield transformed.
We'll read it when we get there.
Yes.
In the meantime, would you like to play a goblin? Tapped. I'll untap. I'll draw. I'll attack you for 2.
Yep, 16.
I'll play a forest and a parallel lives.
Oh yes, it's fun.
This is gonna get good. You'll untap. You'll draw.
Draw.
The saga will trigger.
Yep, and goes to 2.
You'll discard a Dreadhorde Arcanist and an Orvar.
I mean, you tell me what happens.
Nothing. You draw 2 cards.
Yeah, I draw 2 cards.
I thought you'd think Orvar makes a token.
The thing is, if that would be true, it would be all over Magic.
Yeah, Orvar would be broken. You just
Yeah.
continuously discard your Orvars.
Some of those you can already rule out by thinking, oh, that would be kind of
You
too
can
good.
rule them out by reading the card.
Yeah, I mean, almost all of them you can rule out by reading cards.
You'll play a mountain. You will mutate above the goblin.
So we have a Cloud Piercer for 5 or mutate 3 in a red. Reach, this creature mutates, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. And mutate costs 3 and is basically put on a non-human, which is correct.
Mutate trigger.
Yes.
You choose to ignore it. You go to attack.
All right. we'll
You attack.
Doink.
You create a treasure.
Like this. This is also correct. It also isn't tapped. All of this is fine by me. We create an untapped treasure.
I take 5.
Okay, yes.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Would you like to call a judge about anything?
No, I agree with all of this.
Well played. I'm going to attack you for 2.
Ah,
14.
can never go wrong with this.
I'm going to play Talia, Guardian of Thraben.
Yes.
While she's on the stack, you know this
Our
one.
favorite
I'm
card.
going to cast Double Major,
Yes.
copying Talia, except it isn't legendary if the spell is legendary. One Talia will enter the battlefield. That is not legendary. I'll play Forest.
Okay, so you don't want to make a token. If an effect would put 1 or more tokens onto the battlefield,
It puts twice that many of those tokens onto the battlefield instead.
I would assume you make another Talia of this.
So you're calling a judge.
Yes. If you don't tell me you make a second Talia, I'll call you judge.
I only make 1 non-legendary Talia.
Okay. A copy of a creature spell becomes a token. Okay, I get you. Oh, you're mean. Okay. I accept all of the terms.
You're not calling a judge?
I'm not.
You've changed your mind.
Yes.
I'll pass the turn to you.
That was a very heads-up play about the Parallel Lives and the Talia. See, Parallel Live mentions effects, and Double Major is not an effect, it's a spell
Yes.
that generates the copy. It's not an effect.
Double Major doesn't make a token, it creates it on the stack. It is not putting it on the battlefield, it puts it on the stack, and then just the normal game rules put it on the battlefield. But at that point, it wasn't created, it was just resolving.
Yeah, it makes a copy, and that copy is a token.
Yeah, but the token is on stack, so it wasn't created on the battlefield, and then once it resolves, it's just normal games rules that don't create it.
Yeah.
You will draw.
Fable will trigger. You will flip Fable.
Exile this target and return to the battlefield transformed.
It's just tapped. Tap your island to turn Mutavault into a creature.
Bonk.
Then, you will play another land. Doesn't matter which. You will tap all 3 to play a Glasspool Mimic. It'll enter as the Mutavault. It'll enter tapped.
Judge!
Okay, what are you telling the judge?
We copy the Mutavault, and as it is, it comes into play as a land that is a Mutavault, and not a creature, so it wouldn't come into play. Tapped.
You're too good.
You basically imagine that you take the nature of the card as it is and put it so it doesn't get any stuff that changes. It's just-
Mutavault is a land, and you have to pay 1 to give it an ability. It's as if you gave a creature +2/+2 until end of turn. If you play this, copying the creature's +2/+2, that creature has that extra ability, but the cardboard doesn't.
Yep.
So Glasspool Mimic enters into the land. So it's untapped, but it's not activated as a creature.
Yeah.
Also, if you were to sack the treasure token to attack me with it, you couldn't. It doesn't have it still has summoning sickness.
Are you ready for number 3?
Yes.
Welcome to scenario number 3.
Yes. We already start prepared, so I assume this one's gonna be.
I don't know what happened in the game, but we'll start with your board. It's a little simpler.
Yes.
You have an Icy Tyrant of Gyre Strait and 9 lands.
Yeah. Whenever I play a land, I draw a card, and then I may play an additional land each turn.
I have 7 lands, a Jora, Weatherlight Captain. She's a legendary creature, human artificer, and whenever I cast a historic spell, I draw a card. Did you notice that both of them are legendary? Thoralf, we're playing Commander. We have 40 life.
Okay. Yeah, I know all the commander rules.
I also have a Helm of the Horse, costs 5 to equip, and at the beginning of combat on my turn, I create a token that's a copy of equipped creature, except the token isn't legendary. If equipped creature is legendary, that token gains haste. I also have a Fervor on the board, so all my creatures have haste.
Okay.
Okay,
Hit
I'll
me.
draw.
Yes.
I'll play Mountain. I'll tap 8. Some of them big's coming. I'll play Insurrection. Insurrection is going to steal your ISC.
Untap all creatures,
So-
gain control.
I'll tap on creatures. I gain control of ISC, and I'll attack you.
Yeah.
With both Drara and Alessi. You will take 8 damage, going down to 32.
Right, commander. Great.
3 of that will be commander from me, and 5 of that will be commander from you.
I accept the terms.
Don't want to call a judge?
I mean, I'm not very experienced in commander damage.
End of turn, you get SC back.
Yeah, all right.
You'll draw a card.
I will draw a card.
I don't know what you're playing around. It must be genius, because you're going to play Chalice of the Void for 0.
Okay, I will play Trials of the Void for 0.
You're going to choose not to attack.
I'm afraid.
It's my turn.
Accept it.
I'll untap.
Yes.
I'll draw. I'm going to tap 5.
Yes.
I'll play Treachery.
That is good.
I will enchant your ISC with Treachery. When it enters the battlefield, I'll untap 5 lands, and I control ISC.
That is cool.
Tyrant of the Jar State.
Well done.
Pay 5 again. Equip the Helm of the Host on the ISC. Tyrant of the Jar Strait. Okay. I will go to combat.
That works.
I'll create a copy of ISC Tyrant of the Jar Strait, except this one is just a serpent. It's not a legendary creature serpent, it's just a creature serpent.
It's not even legendary. Yeah, very good.
I'll declare attacks.
You can declare attack.
I'll attack you with Jorah, Weatherlight Captain, the non-legendary ISC, and the legendary ISC.
Oh god, no. Oh no.
You take 13 total damage, going down.
This I agree on. 19.
It's just 8 commander damage. 3 from Jorah and 5 from ISC. So you'd go down to up to 6 commander damage from me and 10 from yourself. Stop hitting yourself, Thoralf.
I mean, you make me hit myself.
So this is, we can't argue this. This is what happens, but you may call it judge. You have 6 commander damage from me, 10 from yourself, and you're at 19.
You know, a lot of the rules work when you experience it once, you remember how it works, right? Like not that many things you actually know on the fly. I don't know those. So I'm gonna believe you that I don't take commander damage from your copy.
You accept it. Life goes on. At the end of my turn, I'll pass to you. You're right. That was correct. That followed the rules of Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
You may draw a card. You will cast Winged Words.
Yep, that I will do. Okay.
So you draw 2 cards.
Draw this and this. Ooh,
You will play a Beast Within on the Helm of the Host.
that sounds like a good idea. We'll play this.
The Helm of the Host is destroyed. I will get a Beast. It's a 3/3. You will then choose to cast Oko, Thief of Crowns. Wow, what a top deck, Todd.
I know,
You
right?
know what they say about you. You put that correctly because you will plus Oko. Turning the ISC that is not a token into an elk.
So plus 1 target artifact creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elk with base power 3 and 3. I do not object to anything.
I'll untap. I'll draw. I will attack you.
I only have like 19 life left. This scenario might end quickly.
I will attack Oko with Drara and the Beast, and you with both ISCs. Oko will die. You will take 8 damage, but no commander damage. So you will go down to 11. Oko will die, and you stay at 6 commander damage from me and 10 commander damage from yourself. Okay?
Yes!
What are you telling the judge?
I believe from everything I know about this that I should take commander damage from my elk.
Thoralf, you are correct.
Woohoo!
It is an elk. It loses all the abilities, but it's still your commander no matter what happens to it. It is loyal to you. Actually, it's not. It's smacking you in the face for 3.
Yeah.
But because it is still your commander, you should still take commander damage here. Congratulations. 3 for 3. You did it.
So 3 for 3, Thoralf. Not bad. For the first one, we try to step up the game. Next one, we'll make the rules even tougher.
Oh god.
I thought I'd get you with that first commander damage. But at home, if you like this, we're trying something new. Also, we took last version, but kind of amped it up and added a bunch of fancy things. So if you do like this, or you have suggestions for the next one, not only do you sub, please, it really means a lot to us. But comment for the rules interactions. You're disallowed from reading the comments because we might use them for the next one.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we'll thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.